We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep.
Our little life is rounded on sleep? Does that mean we like round out our day with a nap?
Rounded with a sleep, we die.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's a very, very famous quote.
I mean, I've heard the first bit. Hey everyone, I'm Cole Paulson.
And I'm Lily Rosson.
And welcome to Deep Space Wine, a podcast that attempts to recap and decode every episode of Deep Space Nine, the forgotten stepchild of the Star Trek universe. Each episode, we will share a bottle of wine, wind down, and then wind ourselves up again with our strong opinions about DS9. Because in our social experience, there is nothing people love more than when someone talks at length about Star Trek or wine.
Or Shakespeare.
We're going to get into Shakespeare this episode?
Are we?
All my favorite things. I'm so excited.
And I tell you what, people love it.
Before we dive into this week, I have some important business to pick up from last week.
Great, tell me.
My parents found the Star Trek cookbook on a shelf in
Fantastic.
Colorado, written by Neelix, and we now know definitively what steamed Osna is.
Okay.
Remind me what you thought it was.
I thought it was either some kind of seaweed or perhaps some kind of health food like steamed chicken breast or like egg white omelets.
Sure. Okay. I mean, you're on the right track. It is apparently a kind of vegetable stew that Trill's claim adds years to one's life.
Okay.
And on Earth, the closest equivalent is a mixed veggie curry with carrots, broccoli, and potatoes in a mild sauce.
That sounds delicious.
Right?
Yeah.
I should have made some for you tonight. I'm sorry.
man.
I got home from work late.
Could have been slurping on some Asna.
But
we've moved beyond that because we're on to the next episode. No Asna in sight.
moving past the Asna. Right. So this week we are discussing past prologue.
Yeah. I'm excited.
What did you think about this episode?
Okay. I guess I had some mixed feelings. Obviously, I love the introduction of the character of Garak, which,
course.
by the way, is sort of one of the selling points that you gave me for Deep Space Nine.
I said there's a gay Cardassian tailor. You need to watch this show.
And I was like, all right, fine. So no regrets there. But yeah, I suppose that's such a small part of the plot, and I wish that was fleshed out a little bit more because his scenes are fantastic.
They are.
Whereas, yeah, Kira is pretty hard to watch, and it is a Kira-driven episode.
It is a very Kira-heavy episode, and I will fully concede that her acting in earlier seasons can be pretty rough.
Yeah. And I think also the character just sort of, as much as she's in turmoil, she acts in a pretty cringy way. She does a lot of cringe things.
Okay. I mean, cringe for me was when I realized very early on that she acts with her entire body.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And the shoulder pads she's wearing don't actually help the fact that when she's angry, her shoulders are angry, and when she's excited, her shoulders are bubbling.
Yeah. She's like a stiff little angry doll.
Yeah, and she does simmer down in later seasons, so you sort of just have to bear it. I will say, we talked about last week how Odo is to justice as Kira is to loyalty. And the writers understand that this is the foundation of Kira's entire moral code. And so it's perfect that in the first Kira-centric episode, they challenge Kira's sense of loyalty and give her a crisis of conscience. So I think the writers know exactly what they're doing. And to some degree, it works.
I agree. To some degree, it works. But I did have a lot of fun watching this episode and getting deep in the weeds with some intertextuality.
Intertextuality?
Yeah, and I did send you a little message during the week just to give you a heads up because I didn't want to spring it on you.
Okay, so the title of this episode is Past Prologue, and I think you figured out, as I did, that it is from a Tempest quote?
Yes, so it's quite a famous bit of Shakespeare prose.
Okay, so what's the line and where's it from?
So it's from The Tempest, and it's the line is, "What's past is prologue." And essentially, in contemporary use, this is kind of used to describe the idea that history sets the context for the present, which seems like a quite a obvious statement.
Yeah. It also, I mean, I just thought, it's the episode that was filmed immediately after the pilot, so it's actually past the prologue.
I had a moment of being like, Like, it's like, yeah, we get it. It's past and prologue.
This is actually just really surface and really dumb. No, go deep. Tell me.
I was like, no, there's got to be more. It
Tell
sounds
me.
Shakespearean. I've read The Tempest like 15 years ago.
Okay, so are you about to draw like amazing links to The Tempest and Deep Space Nine? 'Cause
Yes,
I'm ready.
am I? I think we're going to call them tenuous links. So the writers definitely know their Shakespeare, and I think in a lot of the series they'll reference Shakespeare, or it'll be in the title.
I mean, Star Trek loves Shakespeare. I think a lot of original series episodes are named after Shakespeare quotes.
Yeah, so
and I mean, Patrick Stewart,
Yeah.
is he a French winemaker or is he a performer at the Globe, right?
he's a Renaissance man.
Indeed, yes.
But also, I was reading up that Shatner was also an amazing Shakespeare actor before.
See?
Yeah, and actually, oh my God, did you hear me? He and Christopher Plummer were, I think, up for the same role in Hamlet, and Shatner was his understudy. Christopher Plummer, who is in
Oh, yes.
he's General Tang.
He's the Klingon who quotes Shakespeare
Yeah.
all through Star Trek 6.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's amazing.
But yeah, and then like a lot of the other actors within the Star Trek series are Shakespearean actors, including Avery Brooks.
That checks out too.
Armin Shimmerman as well
Yep.
was a Shakespeare teacher.
Amazing.
Isn't that incredible? And yeah, I think a lot of them sort of delve into it because it has this sort of outside of reality kind of.
Well, I mentioned actually in the first episode, I think, that a lot of Star Trek actors are told to treat the technobabble like Shakespeare.
Correct.
That it's actually this, I mean, it sounds like nonsense, but you just have to sell it. And so if you're trained in Shakespeare, you can sell neutrino emissions and subspace anomalies, et cetera, and find the find the drama in it. And, I mean, I always love Shakespeare, so maybe it's not a coincidence, right?
I mean, the writers are nerds who love Shakespeare. The podcasters are nerds who love Shakespeare. I mean, yeah, it's not a huge leap.
Nope, I'm on board. Were you also telling me that The Tempest might be the most Star Trek adjacent of Shakespeare's plays?
So, according to a Shakespearean scholar, Andy Kirtland, he says that The Tempest is probably the Shakespeare play that best fits in a science fiction context because it's reconciling the past with the future and, in general, dealing with a world in transition.
Whoa.
Which are definitely what you could say about Deep Space Nine.
Okay, you actually might be onto something with this.
Am I?
Maybe. Let's see. All right.
Let's see.
The Tempest is Shakespeare sci-fi. Would you mind just refreshing me on what happens in The Tempest?
So Prospero is a magician.
Right.
He is the former Duke of Milan who has been usurped. He uses his magic to conjure a storm and torment the survivors of a shipwreck, including the King of Naples and Prospero's treacherous brother Antonio. Prospero's slave Caliban plots to rid himself of his master, but is thwarted by Prospero's spirit servant Ariel.
And Caliban's sort of a brutish,
He's described as like a half monster.
half monster
Yeah.
slave to
Yeah.
Prospero. And Ariel is more of an angelic spirit. Okay.
Yeah. And Caliban is the original inhabitant and sort of native of the island. Yeah, so there's a colonial reading of
Right.
this, that I think only came about in the 50s, but it was there all along.
It's there all along.
And yeah, so he sort of represents dark magic, and Ariel is a spirit, like a sprite, who does a lot of conjuring and can do Prospero's bidding. The king's young son Ferdinand, thought to be dead, falls in love with Prospero's daughter Miranda. Their celebrations are cut short when Prospero confronts his brother and reveals his identity as the usurped Duke of Milan. The families are reunited and all conflict is resolved. Prospero grants Ariel his freedom and prepares to leave the island.
So you're telling me that maybe by the time we're done with this recap, we'll be able to connect these dots? Shall we?
We shall see.
Put that on ice? All right.
I think we definitely put that on ice, and no promises.
Stay tuned, everyone. Let's see if we can do this.
Follow this train and watch me try to draw links between the two,
I
and it
cannot
doesn't
wait.
really work. Starting with the wine that I picked.
Yeah. What did you pick for us?
Okay, so one of the most famous lines in The Tempest is spoken by Miranda, Prospero's daughter, and it's when she sort of lived in semi-isolation her entire life on this deserted island.
Right.
And she sort of comes upon this group of people, and she says, "Oh, wonder, how many goodly creatures are there here? How beauteous mankind is! Oh, brave new world that has such people in it." And then That's also the title of an Aldous Huxley book, Brave New World.
Indeed. And so the Brave New World to Miranda is when she sees a bunch of hot dudes who've just washed up on a beach.
Exactly.
She's like, this is a brave new world.
Yeah. And so I picked a bottle of wine from a producer called Brave New Wine. Thank you. I was perusing the bottle shop and I couldn't go past it.
Nailed it.
But they're also, turns out, also one of my favorite producers from WA, from the Great Southern. They're called Yoko and Andreas. They're really, really cool. They're like...
You know them?
I have met them. I don't know them personally. But yeah, they're doing something really cool. They do really small batches. Again, minimal intervention, natural wines. But this wine is like, I don't know, it's pretty special. It's very classic Chardonnay. It's a Chardonnay. And, and it's actually called Magical Animal, which is reference to my little rat buddy, Odo, in this episode.
Oh, is Odo the magical animal? Spoiler alert.
Sorry. I love a rat. I do.
All right. You've already linked the wine to the episode with Shakespeare. Your work here is done, Lily. Whatever happens the rest of the episode, you've already nailed it.
Okay. What do you want to... Should we crack it and then I can
Yes, please. It looks
bore
really
you with
good.
some tasting notes?
Yes, please.
Cool. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. It's a good slush of Shardy right there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's real good.
It's good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's luscious.
Mm.
So I have some notes from the producers, just some tasting notes. We
Yes,
won't go too
please.
deep. But yeah, you can look them up if you want. Brave New Wine. They've got a lot of like cool information if you are a wine nerd to sort of know about the process of what they do. The wine shows notes of grilled nuts, sea spray, green apple, and preserved lemon. The palate is slippery with a concentrated fresh fruit character, spice, a touch of flint, and the mineral saline oyster shell character, finishing long and moorish.
I think Garak would like this wine.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Moorish. I just randomly keep picking Moorish wines. What?
Oh, no. I guess we're just going to keep drinking it during the recording of this
Just gonna
episode.
have to drink the whole bottle, I guess.
All right. Should we, now that we've done the prologue, should we move past it?
Absolutely. And then I thought that maybe we could look at the Tempest as a whole.
I mean, I'm ready.
How about this? Let's just do it at the end of the episode after a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Woo.
See you there.
All right.
So, the episode begins at the Replomat. Dr. Bashir is minding his own business, sipping some Tarkalian tea, when he's approached by an effete reptilian stranger. And what unfolds is one of the greatest scenes ever put to film.
It starts so strong, doesn't it, this episode?
Right.
I started watching it and I was like, yeah, it's going to be the best episode ever.
I mean, it's perfect from start to finish. The Cardassian introduces himself as Garak, plain, simple Garak. A Cardassian by birth, he notes. And he likes to make new friends. Bashir is bewildered, but is nice enough to offer him some Tarkalian tea. Bashir awkwardly mentions that people around the station have suggested Garak has remained as the eyes and ears of Cardassia. Garak says, "Are you suggesting I'm a spy?" And Bashir says, he doesn't want to jump to conclusions. And Garak says, an open mind, the essence of intellect.
Amazing.
It's perfection, like this wine. I mean, is this the birth of the ultimate best friends club?
I'm going to say of the best Smash Club that never was. Discuss.
What are you suggesting? I've done a lot of research about this, of course. Andrew Robinson is the actor who plays Garak, and he's got quite a lot of interesting things to say. First of all, let me just read you this quote where he's describing Garak. He says, "Garak is one of those guys, we all know someone a bit like him, who you can't trust as far as you can spit. The moment you see him, you put your hand on your wallet, and the moment he opens his mouth, you know he's going to lie to you. But yet, somehow, you'd rather be in his company than with almost anybody else."
Oh my God. Like 100% agree.
Right?
I would hang with Garak and nobody else on DS9.
You and Garak would be besties, actually.
I think we would. We would be a best friends club.
You would.
Can I just address the elephant in the room, which is Garak's outfit?
Oh, fashion watch, please.
It's a gorgeous outfit.
It is.
It has a mid-length vest, sort of robe type article, over an ombre green silk undershirt, which has a boat neck. And it's daring. He is a tailor, so he's got to showcase his wares. Can I talk about some other things in this scene?
Don't stop.
All right. You're going to love this. On the table are some purple irises. Is that just because they're a popular flower in the 90s, perhaps? Or if you decide to Google the language of flowers, the meaning of the purple iris is cherished friendship, promises of love, wisdom, hope, and valor.
Oh my God.
However, in Japanese culture, it's believed to have purification properties and can keep away evil energies. And there is a funny bit where it like sort of gets in Bashir's mouth and he like bounces and swats it away. And it's some great physical comedy from Bashir. Yeah. And I actually think Bashir gets to shine in this episode in a way he hasn't. And I kind of love that the tables have turned on him. In the previous episode, he's monstering Dax. And now, wow, he's got a fancy friend who likes the look of him.
So there's another quote from Andrew Robinson who says that Garak is all subtext. His eyes and the tone of his voice say something different than the words he's speaking almost every time he opens his mouth,
Absolutely.
Right? So, to you, what do you think Garak is actually up to in this scene? What's his motivation
Look,
here?
I guess at this stage it's a little bit unclear. He seems to be making contact and he seems to be developing a power dynamic and I suppose creating the beginning of a relationship where he's always going to have the upper hand. And it's quite a fascinating scene as well because he really does have the upper hand. He's completely comfortable. Bashir is completely uncomfortable. I think I wrote gay panic.
Yes!
And then the scene ends with a shot of Bashir's face as Garak places his hands on Bashir's shoulders in this sort of... it's not threatening, but there's definitely, there's sexual tension as well.
So I was thinking about it, and I actually think you nailed it when you mentioned Bashir's behavior the last two episodes. It occurred to me, Garak has nothing to do but sit around and watch. And he's probably seen Bashir be a creeper. So I actually love to think that he is approaching Bashir just to give him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah,
right?
I love it. Yeah. But he's also, he's the king of manipulation. So he's up to something. He's got to be up to something.
Yep.
And maybe Bashir is someone he can easily manipulate.
Yep. And as far as the sexual tension, Andrew Robinson does say in this episode he made the choice to play Garak as pansexual. It was a very deliberate choice. He says, I loved the man's absolute fearlessness about presenting himself to an attractive human being. The fact that that attractive human being is a man doesn't make any difference to him. Unfortunately, apparently that reading was, he says, a little too sophisticated for the producers, or maybe just too edgy. And sadly, as the series went on, he was asked to rein in the pansexual, homosexual tones, which are a huge bummer.
It really sucks.
It really sucks.
But we've got a few seasons of Garak in boat necks. So
he's showing a little neck.
Some collarbone. Some of those neck ridges.
Ira Stephen Bear, who goes on to start executive producing from season 3, just said in the documentary that came out, Garak was gay. Like, we all know that.
Yeah.
And it's one of his biggest regrets that had to be reined in by the producers. And he would have loved to actually just let the Garak-Bashir relationship play out as we all think it should have and it was meant to.
Yeah.
So it was one of the big disappointments of 90s TV.
It is. But I'm still glad we get this.
I mean, the scene alone is gold. So plain simple Garak mentions he's a tailor and invites Bashir to stop by his shop for a bit of enjoyable company.
He also calls him a thoughtful young man. I do feel like Garak is sort of in an Oscar Wilde play in this scene.
Absolutely.
I was trying to find Shakespeare links and I was like, no, it's Oscar Wilde.
No, it's Oscar Wilde, 100%. So Bashir gleefully dashes up to Ops to brag to everyone that he's been contacted by Garak the spy. Clearly he must be very important if he's been approached by spies. He assures Sisko that Starfleet medical secrets are safe, though he suggests to O'Brien that maybe they should put a monitoring device on him just to be safe, because, this is high-stakes stuff.
Yeah. O'Brien rolls his eyes.
Amazing. It kind of feels like Bashir just wants to cosplay at spy games, right?
Absolutely. He's like a little kid.
Yeah. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm James Bond.
I just have one note on this scene. When Bashir's recounting what's happened with Garak, he gives us the name of the cafe, and it's called The Replimat. Worst name ever.
Yeah, what is it even? So I guess you just go there and replicate food.
Does someone do it for you? It's like calling a cafe the microwave.
Yeah, it's like a cafeteria laundromat.
I mean, if I were Garak, I'd be having a terrible time. This horrible culture that's infiltrated itself.
But then suddenly a little ship approaches the station. It is under fire. As Kira says, a damn Cardassian scout ship is firing on a Bajoran ship in Bajoran space.
A damn Cardassian. Bajoran ship in Bajoran space. Is that good?
Wait, Kira is not from Louisiana. What?
I don't know. I can't do American accents.
Sure. For the sake of our listeners, please keep trying. The ship pleads with the station for emergency docking, but O'Brien only barely manages to beam him off before the ship explodes. He transports into ops, badly injured, and makes eye contact with Kira. They know each other. Twist.
And then you realize this is going to be a Kira Bajoran episode.
Settle in, everyone. We got
Tease
Kira
us
and the
with
Bajoran.
this sexy Cardassian scene, and nope.
At least we've got plain simple Garak to get us through.
Yep. So that's that scene.
So after the credits, Bashir whisks this man, Tana Loss, off to the infirmary. And Kira explains to Sisko that she knows him. They fought together in the underground resistance. Meanwhile, the Cardassians want to talk because they're hopping mad.
Oh, so mad.
And we're treated to another wonderfully indignant Cardassian, Gul Dinar. It made me miss Gul just a little bit.
But I loved that it was kind of the same attitude.
Exact same
and
attitude.
it's like, how good is Garak at dissembling? Whereas it seems like every other Cardassian is just like barely repressing their rage.
Right. Simmering, indignant rage. So this furious Gul explains that Tanalos has committed heinous crimes as a member of the Khon Ma, which was a particularly ruthless Bajoran terrorist cell. Sisko sort of messes with him. First of all, he says that the Cardassian ship has threatened the station, and then he invites the Cardassians aboard, but tells O'Brien to make the docking procedures as complicated as possible. And I was just wondering, is Sisko playing some sort of intimidating mind game, or does he just really love being a dick to Cardassians?
Look, he kind of plays with everyone in this episode.
Yeah.
Bit of a Prospero. Maybe. Thank you.
Yeah, he's pretty Machiavellian in this episode.
I love him in this episode.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really grows on me. Yeah, and he kind of plays it understated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't notice it until I was really watching closely.
Yeah.
So Kira and Sisko dash into the turbo lift to go to the infirmary and talk to Tana. On the way, Sisko does not mince words. He says, I am not here to grant asylum to terrorists. And he even asks Kira if she was a member of the Khon Ma. And then when she acknowledges that Tana is indeed Khon Ma, they're walking through the promenade, and suddenly he grabs her arm and swings her around in front of all the passersby and says he is not going to tolerate divided loyalties and he will not protect violent terrorists.
Yeah. You'd better get your priorities straight, Major. Or something.
No. It's this amazing gasp line. He says, I don't have room for divided loyalties in this command, and I won't have a terrorist using the station as a protective shield for continuing violence. Yeah.
He learnt that on the Shakespearean stage. Yeah, their scenes are pretty unwatchable.
I thought it was actually really unacceptable that he was flinging Kira around by the arm on the promenade.
Yeah, no, it is off-putting. Yeah, it's very 90s though.
Sure. I mean, and they're really playing up this Kira-Sisko tension, which I'm all for. I mean, they tried to do it with Janeway and Chakotay, and then they just forgot that they were supposed to be enemies on episode 3.
No, they're just best buds.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. They're smashing. They're smashing.
They are both best friend club and smash club.
I'm all for Kira and Sisko having some drama. They really get into it.
Yeah, the power struggle. Yeah.
Yeah. So they make it to the infirmary. And all right, so Tanalos, I mean, he's just looking like every 90s sitcom guest star.
Absolutely.
Right. Kira immediately jumps into the role of advocate and protector to him. Bashir notes that he's survived some horrific torture. And Sisko says he needs to really understand the situation better before he decides whether to grant this guy asylum.
So he's got the scars from the Cardassian torture techniques. that are designed to keep you alive, which is a bit chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so we know a few things about the Cardassians, but they are sort of pretty scary when it comes to war.
Yes, and torture. We've seen poor Picard get strung up and have to count some lights.
There's 4.
Are there 5 lights or 4 lights?
There's 4.
There are 4? And Tana recognizes his old friend and notes that Kira's in this military uniform, and she explains she's the liaison officer, and she says she's still fighting for Bajor in her own way.
Yeah, and she's very quick to defend it because it's so core to her identity,
right?
To be a freedom fighter.
Yes.
Also, Tana Loth, he's really languid. I know that he's been tortured, so he's probably tired, but he does play it kind of like he's just in a sexy 90s rom-com where he's just woken up after some sexy times.
Okay, so meanwhile, Kira goes over Sisko's head to complain to a Starfleet admiral about him.
Shit.
Calls Sisko short-sighted and saying he doesn't understand the complexities of the situation.
Which, again, kind of fair. If we're harking back to episode 1, Sisko has come in with very little prior knowledge of the Bajorans.
True.
And the trickiness of everything that's happened. The past prologue context.
Yeah, you can't blame Kira for being really worried that Sisko is not going to grasp all the diplomatic complexities here.
Yeah. But as far as the command structure goes, that's a big no-no. Nuh-uh.
Fun fact about Admiral Rollman, she is Leonard Nimoy's wife.
Oh my God, amazing.
How about that for a little trivia?
Amazing. Mm-hmm. So she slept her way to the top. Classic women.
Wow.
Just one for the incels, you know. Throw them a bone.
Clean it up, Rawson.
Sorry. All right. Look, I'm not doing the recap. I am on free reign here.
Anarchy. All right, so Admiral Roland, a.k.a. Leonard Nimoy's wife, turns right around to Sisko and is very upset because Kira interrupted a staff meeting to complain. I think you've got a problem there, Commander, she says, and gives Sisko a little slap on the wrist for not keeping his staff in order.
Yeah, it's actually a fascinating line. Can we delve into that?
Please.
So what she actually says is, that Bajoran woman you have working for you, internalized misogyny, sorry, incels, interrupted a staff meeting, and you need to deal with this asylum matter. So it's both internalized misogyny, colonialism. She doesn't give a hoot about the Bajorans. Kira's not just working for Sisko. She's representing the provisional government.
Right. She's actually the liaison for Bajor.
Yeah. So, Leonard Nimoy, have a word to your wife.
I mean, admirals, it's almost like their entire role in the Star Trek universe is to do the wrong thing so that our captains have to revolt against them.
Yeah, and just tell the captains that their problems are dumb.
Yeah, exactly. I mean... And on one level, this episode is just like an office politics drama.
Absolutely.
Right? Going over your boss's head to complain. So Kira goes back to the infirmary to reunite. She says she's happy to reunite with someone who understands the fight. Tana is still really skeptical about her liaison role. He says, has your uniform made you forget? Has working on the inside dulled the old fire?
Gross.
She says, ask Sisko. He and I are like oil and water. But she swears her allegiance basically to Tana and says that over her dead body is she going to let him be handed over to the Cardassians.
All right, 2 questions. The outfit. It is a lovely chartreuse woolen overshirt.
What? I missed this.
Yeah. I recently learned what chartreuse is.
Isn't it like absinthe, sort of really intense green?
It's cut, but it's also kind of like a gross green.
Yeah, like vomit green.
Yeah. It's not his color.
No, it's really
He is
not.
absolutely a spring. So that's number 1. And number 2, do you think Kira and Tana used to do it?
Used to smash?
Yeah.
I did some research, and an early draft of the episode had them get nasty in the episode.
Whoa, that would have been great.
I think they decided it was just a little too melodramatic.
And also no sex, no sexy times.
And you forget that no sex happens on Deep Space Nine or in the Star Trek universe.
Yeah, because, could just get a knife in the back for that one.
But, I mean, okay, whenever Kira does have a romantic interest, somehow it's just really squirmy.
It's very squirmy.
Yeah, so I'm okay with her and Seinfeld guest star not smashing.
I think the subtext is there, though.
The subtext's definitely there, for sure.
There's a familiarity.
I mean, you got to keep warm in the trenches of the resistance cells.
Absolutely. You know, guerrilla warfare. And that's kind of the scene, right? And then at the end of it, Tana smiles in sort of this knowing, smug manner. Like maybe he knows he's played Kira.
Knowing smirk from 90s guest star.
Yeah.
So, back in Sisko's office, Gul Dana has finally managed to get through all those pesky docking procedures, and he and Sisko are throwing diplomatic barbs. And then as far as Tanalos, the Gul says that it would be a diplomatic insult to the Cardassian people not to hand him over. But Sisko, the politician, says that the Federation's position with Bajor is a very fragile one, and he can't risk pissing off the Bajorans. He says he's got work to do here, so just for the sake of goodwill with the Bajorans, he's going to grant him asylum.
Yeah, it's a great scene. I was thinking about the blocking of it. So it starts off with Gul Dukat, and he's sort of towering over Sisko, trying to intimidate him. But Sisko, this is when they're sort of exchanging passag insults.
Yes.
But yeah, then as the scene progresses, Sisko sort of stands up slowly and comes around and meets him, and then they're sort of face to face on equal footing. And God, Sisko, he really nails it. He's really grown on me this episode.
What's this? You're enjoying Avery Brooks's acting?
Because he underplays it.
Totally.
Yeah. I'm seeing the Shakespearean man.
I mean, not only the acting, but the decisions Sisko's making, very calculated and politically, strategically motivated.
Yeah.
This is not about like Picard principled decisions.
No.
Right? Meanwhile, Kira is showing Tanalos to his guest quarters. He's very quick to note the comfy beds that people on the station get to sleep in.
Ooh.
He knows just how to needle her about her position, to get under her skin.
Yes. He
sort of implies that she's working for the Federation, and she immediately bristles, saying, I may be under Federation command, but I'm doing it for Bajor. And what struck me here is that all of Tana's skepticism sounds exactly like Kira's in the very first episode.
Absolutely. Yeah,
right?
I got that too. Yeah.
Saying, he says, we fought for true independence and freedom, and here you are just inviting power in. It's almost a verbatim line from Kira in the pilot.
But Kira seems to have changed her tune.
Yeah, she's ready to argue that things have changed, especially with the discovery of the wormhole. She sees now that we need the Federation to defend the wormhole, and the wormhole is the future of Bajor for commerce and becoming a power in the quadrant. And Tana's really not convinced.
Yeah, so he says that I don't want to be a power in the quadrant. I want Bajor for Bajorans. And I guess what he's kind of arguing is anti-capitalist. It's in a way, it's like a communist utopia. And America says no. And the Federation is America. So the Federation says no.
Exactly.
And Kira seems to have changed her tune. She sees the benefits of the wormhole and the commerce and becoming a power within the quadrant.
Yeah, I saw Kira as just being a pragmatist. If Tana's an isolationist and really wary of outsider intrusion, Kira sees it as a growth opportunity for Bajor. I was trying to make some links to some of the real world parallels maybe they're touching on. I was thinking about how the U.S. rebuilt a lot of countries after World War II, how it effectively moved in and rebuilt Japan, or direct foreign investment in developing countries like the U.S. has done to all of Latin America, like China's doing to Africa now. It's developing infrastructure across Africa, but sort of at what cost, right?
Yeah.
I also thought of Myanmar. When the recent military junta fell a few years ago, a lot of international businesses flooded in, and people were talking about what is the cost going to be for Myanmar's culture and religion that had been relatively isolated for decades.
Absolutely.
And so you understand really where Tana's coming from, these very, very valid concerns.
Absolutely. And it is kind of surprising that Kira, well, she's hearing it, but she's also not hearing it. I think for her, it's almost a sense of ego for her, that her idea of herself as a Bajoran freedom fighter, rather than the actual sort of political machinations behind it. And then just to digress from this, back to the Tempest.
Ready.
This is a theme in the Tempest. The idea that away from politics, can man work with nature? Is nature something that needs to be tilled and tamed and used for personal benefit, or can you live in harmony with it? And that's, so as like a sort of post-colonial reading, Ariel and to some extent Caliban sort of argue in favour of using the land but not destroying it.
Well, now I'm thinking about all these outsiders who are intruding on the island.
Absolutely.
And Miranda's excited, and she's excited about the potential of what they bring. I mean, maybe they're hot young guys. Maybe they can take her to faraway, interesting lands, and Prospero and maybe other island residents see it as a threat.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's this uninhabited land, and they immediately start plotting about who's going to be in charge of it. I mean,
classic.
Yeah.
Classic white dudes.
White men.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, this is all about This is all about Kira's loyalty to Bajor, but it's almost like she measures it in terms of Bajor's power, and other people might be measuring Bajor's well-being just in terms of, the sanctity of it and protecting it from the rest of the universe.
But I guess, like you say, she's a pragmatist.
Yeah.
So without the Federation there, the Cardassians would just come in and...
Yeah, I mean, take another crack at it, right? Meanwhile, some new arrivals to the station ready to spice things up. On the promenade, some super wuss security officers are shivering in their beige boots because Lursa and B'Etor, Klingon sisters from the House of Duras, have arrived and they refuse to give up their weapons.
Yeah, they do. And I've written yes with so many S's. So that sums it up for me.
And I'm sure that was entirely about their cleavage.
Yes. Finally, some insane Klingon lady fashions. It's armor-plated.
It's what this episode needs.
I know. It's what it was missing. It's armor-plated. It's got good neck gear. It's got puff sleeves. It's got a snatched waist. They can get it. And the cleavage is giving season 2 Fleabag jumpsuit.
Oh my gosh!
You thought I wasn't going to have a take on the cleavage, but I did.
Oh no, I knew you would. I mean, I just love. We're 3 episodes in, and there are even more novel forms of cleavage on this station. Like we got under boob from the Dabo girls. We've got mid boob.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. Lursa and B'Etor, we've seen them before.
Yeah, they were on Next Generation episodes, starting a civil war. I think they were on maybe 3 episodes before this. So it's a nice way to weave in some familiar faces. And
it's good to have some Klingons in a Shakespearean episode.
Tell me more.
Look, the Klingons, well, I mean, we discussed at the top of the episode.
Chang loves his Shakespeare.
He does love his Shakespeare. He's constantly quoting it. And the Klingons, they're just kind of a Shakespearean race. Everything's melodramatic and theatrical, and everything that happens is sort of about dynasties or
they're very
politics.
Hamlet. They're very Macbeth.
They're very but also the history plays. It's sort of all about the families and the complicated like sort of political.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Klingons are a Shakespeare history.
I know, and they managed to do it with like this insane mouth gear.
Star Trek is modern day Shakespeare.
It is, arguably, but not as good.
What?
I mean, it's for the people. It's for the masses. Is it? It's not.
Yeah. What masses? All 5 people listening to our podcast?
They love it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, so Odo says, you can leave your weapons or leave the station. They say, who are you? And he says, classic Odo, I'm the one giving you the choice. And they're intimidated enough to leave their guns, and then they huff off and scare some poor innocent bystander extras.
Yeah, classic. How do we feel about the unfairness of the receding hairlines of female Klingons?
I think if you were a male Klingon, or I guess, just a Klingon who's into ladies, I think you'd love that.
Right. It's the prominence of the forehead bumps.
Yeah. I mean, nothing is sexier on a woman.
It's a strong outfit. Log that away for cosplay. I'm just kidding. I don't do cosplay. And if I were to, it would be as Troy.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, Lily Troy.
Right?
I love that. Well, who does that leave for me?
Oh my God, who are you? Who are you going to cosplay as?
When I did a 7th grade Star Trek murder mystery birthday night, I was Geordie LaForge. and I fashioned a visor out of like a carburetor for a car. It was about 5 times too big, so my whole face was just like a spare car part.
Oh, I die. Are there photos?
Yes, definitely.
Great. Maybe we can upload them.
I only had like one female friend, so I made like my mom and my aunt play like Crusher and Guinan and Roe.
Whoa. I don't know if you are definitely not Geordie LaForge.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's not you. I like that that's who you went for, though.
Well, okay, my options were Riker, Worf, Data, and Geordie. I think with those options.
why you went there.
Yeah.
I would have been tempted with Data.
Please, I have way too much personality for Data.
Got too much riz.
Okay, my only minor thought on this was we've talked a little bit about how Deep Space Nine is meant to feel like a Western, and the station is sort of meant to feel like this outpost in the West.
Yeah.
And so that's why you've always got these shady characters coming in and out. But honestly, wouldn't they have like a visa system to stop terrorists and war criminals just from waltzing on and off the station?
Yeah, I suppose it depends on how strict the Federation is with things like this.
I mean, I'm
not
I'm
much.
usually one to speak for fewer border restrictions, but when the Federation is like this post-capitalist utopia, you probably have to protect yourselves a little bit from like war criminals and terrorists and Ferengi trying to like get in there.
It's sort of, it is the melting pot of all the sort of like strange parts of the galaxy.
I just think Odo's job would be a little easier if you were able to like decide who's allowed to step foot
He
on.
loves a challenge.
He does love a challenge.
Yeah, but he probably would enjoy a strong border force.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone would. Odo, the ice officer. Oof.
Yikes.
Yeah. Okay, so any more to say about these lovely ladies for now?
I'm ready to put a pin in it for now, but I have more thoughts later.
I know you do. So Odo goes and tells Sisko that these sisters have arrived and tells them that they started a brief civil war and now they're trying to raise capital to rebuild their armies. Sisko doesn't like it. Odo's excited just to lock them up.
I know, it's such a good little bit of dialogue. Odo's all like, why don't we just lock them up? And then Sisko's like, they haven't broken any laws. And then he like tells off Odo like a naughty child. It's like, Odo, you can't just do that.
Odo, stop throwing people in prison.
Silly Odo. Tut, tut, tut.
Yeah, then Odo says, Cardassian rule may have been oppressive, but at least it was simple.
It was a simpler time.
I actually thought it was interesting in the context of the episode because just like Kira, Odo has been trained to think in black and white, but Starfleet and the Federation are bringing these pesky shades of gray, right?
And look, if we were to do it Odo and Kira's way, it would be war within 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah. But at least Odo promises Sisko he'll keep an eye on our Duras sisters.
Is he perhaps the eyes and ears of someone who resembles Prospero? Perhaps in an Ariel-like manner?
He's
Or
not Caliban?
He could be Caliban.
I mean, he's a bit brutish.
I have arguments for him being either Caliban or Ariel.
I mean, he's a magical animal.
Yes.
I'm getting it. All right.
getting it?
Wine callback. Okay, so Prospero sends his minions to spy on the sisters at
Go be
Quark's
the eyes
bar.
and ears, yeah.
Our sisters are guzzling some beer,
Knocking back brewskis.
and in the shadows of the bar, a certain clothier is watching. Until, of course, Bashir approaches with a big wave hello.
Clonk, clonk, clonk. Here I am.
Hey, it's my buddy. But Garak invites him down, and much like Lily, Garak explains that as a clothier, he has a keen interest in what the station population is wearing from day to day.
Yeah.
You've got a fashion watch, buddy.
He's my fashion watch buddy. Yes, I wrote that.
And of course, he is particularly drawn to the Duras sisters' booby outfits. He says, those two outfits are worth studying closely.
Ooh, yeah, they are.
And I said earlier that every single line that Garak says has subtext, but I think this is the exception. I mean, gay men love creative cleavage.
Yes. And yes, so he's self-described. Well, the actor is self-described pansexual.
Yep.
But I think he's just enjoying the cleavage.
Oh, don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Garak is not too distracted to notice when Tanalos walks in, and the sisters jump up and follow him out. And Odo notices too.
Yeah, Odo's watching at his usual perch at Quartz. He hangs out there a lot.
With his buddy.
And it's also kind of like a little bit of maybe a spy training sesh.
Training?
Yeah.
Who's getting trained?
Bashir.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, like Garak is ready to train him as his little disciple.
And Bashir is just like oblivious.
I know. He's like, are we spying now?
He's a simpleton.
Wow. Bashir is so, he talks such a big talk about like fighting the war on the frontier, being a spy, but then he gets these opportunities and he flinches when the first gun comes out.
Yes,
he is shocked when Garak is actually doing spy work.
Yeah, he's like a little kid.
So Tana and the sisters rendezvous in a cargo bay. There's some shady dealings going on, talking about a payment that's going to be ready tomorrow. And then there's a rat who's been following around. And who's that rat? It's a magical animal. That's Odo.
Yeah, it is. He's a little rat.
He heard everything.
Oh my God. I love this scene. I have no idea what the dialogue is because I was just so excited. But I love that it starts with the little rat scurrying by at the beginning, like a Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's gun.
You know that rat's you're going to see that rat later.
Like, there's no such thing as an innocent rat on DS9.
Right.
And then the camera angles are from the rat's perspective, watching them, Lessa, Bator, and Tana. And then at the end, when Odo transforms Alex Max out of his rat form, he like does this little head tilting thing. Like maybe he's still part rat. He's doing like a little head tilt sniff. He's a magical little creature. And I also love rats. I love rats, and I'm gonna say it's.
Why do you love rats?
Okay,
Chloe?
So Cole introduced me to a certain typology.
Yeah. It's been said that all faces are some combination of horse, bird, rat, pig, or muffin.
And you can major and minor in them. So what's yours? You major in...
Well, I mean, I think I'm like major rat, minor muffin.
Okay, interesting. And I'm major in rat, minor in rat. I feel a kinship. They're my favorite magical little animals.
If that's true, then you're the most beautiful rat to ever grace the planet.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. I don't mind being a rat. They get a bad rat. And look at what that rat just did. Amazing.
You hit me with some magical animal, by the way, please? Some Brave New Wine?
Yeah.
Okay, so back in Ops, Kira's whole body is just bubbling with ebullience. She excitedly tells Sisko that she's arranged a meeting of the Bajoran courts for amnesty for the Khon-Ma. 2 other members of the Khon-Ma are coming to DS9 tomorrow. They're ready to renounce their membership. She is just nailing this diplomacy thing. She thanks Sisko for all of his support. And he wheels around and says, "Are you going to do this line or me?" He says, "Be sure to mention that next time you speak to Admiral Rollman. Go over my head again, Major, and I'll have yours on a platter."
Yeah, it's a little John the Baptist reference.
Yes, it is.
Just one for the people. Throw it out there.
I loved the mise en scène of this scene. I'm sure you noticed that as well. When they have this confrontation, Sisko is up a step by his office, towering over Kira. And I love it because in the first episode, they talk about the design of Ops as the commander sort of hovering over his inferiors, and Sisko sort of rubs his nose at this idea of power in the architecture. But here he is, he's basically using it, right?
Yeah.
Is he settling in a little too easily?
I think he realizes he has to be a politician.
Yeah. Oh, I feel bad for Kira in this scene. Even though she tattled on him to his boss.
No, she fucked up.
Yeah.
And look, and he did do it in a perfect way to disconcert her.
Yep.
I just think for how much he tromped all over the place in episode 1, he's really nailing it.
Yep.
But Kira is suitably shaken by this encounter.
Oh, her whole body quivers with rage.
Yeah.
Odo fills Sisko in on what he overheard as a rat. And Sisko very quickly connects the dots that these Khon-Ma are arriving as part of the scheme for whatever Tana is cooking up. He asks Odo not to bring Kira into the fold with this knowledge yet.
Yeah. So Odo has to do some dissembling.
Yeah.
Which, based on his ability to make a nose, he's not so good at. And I also wrote in this scene that they're doing some sexy close talking. Like the entire scene is them like nose to nose.
Definitely. So you know things are intense. But yeah, it's interesting. You wonder if, Sisko hasn't decided how much he can trust Kira. Because this episode is as much about trust as it is about loyalty. How much all these different characters are learning to trust each other.
Yeah, the developing relationships between between the major staff.
So we get a first peek at Garak's tailor shop. Lots of fashions going on.
This is probably my second favorite scene after the first.
Just in hog heaven.
Oh my God, there's
Rat
so
heaven.
much fashion. Yes! I'm a happy rat.
The Duras sisters storm in, and Garak is quick to offer them some hot fashions, perhaps some silk lingerie from Kraus 4, which apparently is a massive insult because they threaten to rip his tongue out and feed it to him.
Which is like, he's reading the cues based on their cleavage. Like, maybe they are after some lingerie from Kraus 4.
The sisters have heard that Garak has these Cardassian ties and actually want some money to hand Tanalos over to the Cardassians and double-cross him. Garak bites and even starts to negotiate a price.
What is it worth to them in gold-pressed latinum?
And I think my favorite moment of the episode is he says, "Well, ladies, let us haggle."
With jazz hands!
With jazz hands,
Yeah!
which is tragically probably the gayest thing he does the entire series.
Oh, he does some pretty gay things.
We have to celebrate whatever we get.
I felt it and I loved it. And I just love how much fun he's having. Like, presumably he's been having the most boring time since getting stranded on this station. And he just loves the game.
Yeah, he's not here for the sewing. He's here for this stuff. I do really like his great colors.
Yeah,
I think
he's a winter.
Garak is a winter. He knows how to dress himself.
Yeah, I'm bringing in color theory this episode.
Okay, so cut to Bajorans. We're back in Tana's quarters. Kira's arrived to say that she has all but assured him amnesty in the Cardassian courts. And he immediately comes in with a little compliment insult. He says, "I never realized you were such an accomplished politician." I mean, Kira is immediately insulted by this. He's like, "What? You're manipulating Cisco, the ministers?"
Yeah, accuses her of being manipulative.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any way to
Whoa.
get under Kira's skin. And here we thought Kira would have lost her fire. That's when Kira suddenly twigs.
Penny drops.
Oh, he knew he was coming to see her this whole time. And then it's on. I mean, he accuses her of basically being a sellout. She says she's still fighting for Bajor. He accuses her of being the Federation and Provisional Government's dance instructor.
It's great.
Basically, Tana needs a ship, and he was hoping to enlist Kira's help getting one. But he won't tell her what for, because he still doesn't know how much he can trust her. He just says non-violently we can accomplish everything we've ever wanted for Bajor. And he hangs this idea of her loyalties over her head to pressure her.
Absolutely. It's like manipulation 101.
Yeah.
He is in her head. Also, in a game of who is acting more. Who is acting more in this scene?
I mean, they're both pretending that like they should be taken seriously while wearing pajamas.
I know. Yeah, so by the way, Tana Loss has changed into a blue onesie.
Yeah, with like it doesn't leave much to the imagination.
No.
He's giving like Russian ballet dancer.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
Because you can really see the accentuated package.
Yeah, it's like a lot of package but no style.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
like extremely blonde hair.
Yeah, like kind of Aryan.
Yeah. You know the dude like has been taught to hate the West.
Yeah, yeah. And again, it's not his color.
No. They're doing him dirty.
You're a spring.
I guess this is when I started thinking about, are you familiar with moral foundations theory?
I am, yes. But please explain for the listeners.
In fact, I think your sister might have done a PhD on it.
She absolutely did.
So moral foundations theory is a social psychology theory that tries to explain why different people have different value systems and different moral codes. And it argues that there are these universally upheld values, things that almost all of us agree are important, but we rank them differently. For example, we all agree that things like compassion and fairness and individual liberties are important, but progressives prioritize them a lot more than conservatives.
Sure. Yeah.
Whereas loyalty is rated a lot more highly among conservatives.
Interesting.
And if you think about it, loyalty is an inherently, almost in the truest sense of the word, conservative value.
Yeah.
Because it's not about the changing context.
Yeah.
It's about
Trusting your in-group.
yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about relying on that in-group. It's about how the past is prologue and whatever you've leaned on for in-group power you need to cling to, right?
I'm going to stop you there because I feel like you're taking past his prologue into a right-wing agenda. But I think also past his prologue is about understanding nuance.
It's about remembering your history, isn't it?
You and your right-wing agenda.
All I'm trying to say is that loyalty is about the groups that you have formed and clinging to them regardless of evolving circumstances, right? Almost clinging rigidly to the past.
Yeah.
And these conservative values also bind groups together against external threats. So if you are a tiny threatened planet that has just been bulldozed over by some bad guys and is at risk of being taken advantage of by all these bigger powers, it's about sticking with each other. And so that's where loyalty, of course, is so important. Whereas the Federation, there's big old power, and they get to talk about things like individual liberties and compassion for the underdog. And Bajorans right now maybe don't have those luxuries, right?
Yeah.
Like that's why Kira, who sort of represents Bajor in the show, just stands for loyalty first and foremost, right?
But maybe she is being given the opportunity to see there's a future where there's space to see beyond that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening in this episode. She's realizing that times are changing really quickly. And so the question is, can she adapt her moral code with changing circumstances?
Can she?
Yeah, I mean, can anyone? It's really hard. I don't envy Kira for suddenly having to rewrite the foundations of her moral code that she's ingrained to survive for decades.
I think also, like I was saying before, I think it's integrated into her sense of identity.
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
just that.
Yeah, and so her whole identity is being challenged.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're back to your favorite restaurant, the Replimat. Bashir is thrilled to see Garak again. This guy is the most fun that Bashir's had since he got to the station.
It is.
But Garak means business. He's got his eye on the two newly arrived Konma terrorists and wants Bashir's help, enlists him to help understand what they're up to.
Yeah, Bashir, there's a time for levity and a time for genuine concern.
Bashir balks. So Garak instead goes for a little subtext. He says, "Come by and try on a suit tonight at exactly 20:55 hours."
Yeah. And Bashir's like, what? I don't need a suit.
I don't need a suit. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Anything else to say about Replimat?
I think I just wrote, Garak bloody loves the game. Oh, and I'm disappointed he hasn't changed his outfit. He has one outfit this episode.
Give this tailor a few costume changes.
Something sparkly. I'm excited to see the outfits in episodes to come, though.
True. So, and then we go down to Odo's office. And I think we get the beginning of another Best Friends Club.
And actually, maybe this is the best scene in the episode.
Second best.
Second best after the best.
Don't take Garak and Bashir
You're
away
right,
from
you're
me.
right. You're right.
But this is Best Friends Club numero dos of the episode. We love Odo and Kira as friends.
We do.
This might be the first time they've known each other for years, but this is the first time Kira actually goes to Odo to lean on his counsel.
Yeah.
And she does it because he's a trusted, impartial person in this tug of war and of loyalties. Mm-hmm. And she's always grateful to Odo for having no pretense. So what you see is what you get.
Yeah. Odo says, if there's one thing about humanoids I can't imitate very well, it's pretense. And
Odo.
also noses. He admits that.
Can't do those
It's great.
noses.
I wrote, he said that, and then I wrote, and also noses. And he was like, and also noses, very hard.
You get Odo. It's beautiful. So Kira's obviously really torn. She says that sure, the resistance was hard, but at least back then she knew what she was fighting for. She says it was so much easier when I knew who the enemy was. She asks, am I making a fool of myself doing what I'm doing in this liaison officer role? But then Odo says, which it's a little obvious, but it is maybe the thesis of the whole episode. He says, well, the most important thing is to not betray yourself.
An incredible truism, and he has quite a few more. But he is quite poetic, and maybe Caliban-esque in this scene.
It's a little Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's bothering you
No,
today?
I like it. I
Do
like
you?
it. He's amazing counsel, and he has these sort of incredible leading questions. Like, Kira's divulging that she's committed atrocities. That her context is that she was a freedom fighter, but she was a terrorist, essentially. She killed a lot of people, and that she still has nightmares about it. Odo's sort of this amazing counsel who says, is there something you're not sure about now? And he sort of leads her to it. And the thing about, not betraying yourself. And then he has a great little metaphor.
The ostrich?
The Geranian ostrich hides by sticking its head underwater, sometimes even until it drowns. Another magical animal.
Yeah, I like that they just took a human metaphor, but then made it deadly to make it like a Star Trek metaphor. Those ostriches can drown if they don't do anything.
Yeah. I think as far as Star Trek goes, this is a pure depiction of friendship. And then he does the purest thing a friend can do. And he makes a hard phone call for her at the end of it. Yeah.
Did you like that?
I loved that.
Yeah.
Because Kira, she just needs someone to push her a little bit. And he calls Cisco for her. It's like when you're really sick and you don't want to call the doctor. Someone calls the doctor for you.
Yeah, that's true friendship, isn't it?
It is.
Ugh.
Yeah.
He's got strong Guinan energy in this scene.
He does. Yeah. Also spews truisms. But I love her.
With less exciting hats.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, she's got good headgear.
It is 20:55, people. That means Bashir is ready to try on his new suit.
Yeah, do it. And guess what? There's kimonos at Garak's. I knew there would be. I feel like that's what he wears in his off time.
Oh, he definitely does. So, all right, Bashir shows up. He is quickly rushed into a little changing booth. And he at least looks at his shiny new suit in the mirror. What do you think about it?
I hoped he would put it on once.
I know.
Yeah.
It looks smart. But before he can try on his gray suit, the Duras sisters come in, and Bashir overhears the conversation. Garak confirms the Cardassians will pay the sisters upon delivery of Tanalos on the dark side of Bajor 8's lower moon. But he also does some handiwork and manages to pry about what they are selling to Tanalos.
Gets the intel.
Yeah. They tell him that they're selling him a cylinder of bilytrium.
I mean, this is a great scene.
Obviously.
It's pure Shakespeare. It's sort of the play within the play. There's the offside character listening to things. Bashir almost does like a stage whisper.
Wasn't there someone who hides behind a curtain in Hamlet and gets stabbed on accident?
Sure.
Yeah, classic.
I mean, there's always someone hiding behind a curtain.
Definitely.
In Shakespeare.
And getting stabbed. Yeah.
And Garak, I mean, knowing that he's playing this as Bashir is listening to him, he is having even more fun than his first scene with the Klingon sisters.
100%.
Yeah. He's playing it up for two audiences.
Yep. So I guess we do learn, or we can deduce that Garak does in fact have some connections in the Cardassian military.
Yeah, perhaps he is the eyes and ears of,
right. It's starting to look a little likely. And then when the girls leave, he tells Bashir that bilytrium, if combined with an antimatter converter, can make a big old bomb. And that's bad news because Garak also knows that Tana had stolen an antimatter converter from those angry Cardassians.
Yeah. It really all has to be spelt out for Bashir.
I know. He's like, but what's a...
Oh, tie-dye. Sorry.
Oh, my gosh. There is tie-dye at his shop. And I think that was actually one of Quark's jackets hanging on it.
God, he's having it tucked in.
There's a little bolero getting some work done.
Just getting his big safety pin polished.
I mean, even after 7 seasons, it's amazing how much of a mystery Garak is. So I was watching this for clues about him. And so you learn that he does have connections in the military, but he's also trying to help the Federation. And he's trying to prevent a bomb going off in the Bajoran solar system. Yeah.
He's a mystery.
Right?
Yeah.
So Bashir finally gets it, and he goes and he tells the senior staff what he's heard. So they're trying to figure out what to do. These darned Federation human rights laws, I mean, they can't just arrest the terrorists without proof.
What?
They haven't committed a crime yet.
What?
But O'Brien points out, well, if they're caught with both the bilytrium and the antimatter converter, then you've got a bomb, and that's enough evidence to arrest them.
Yeah.
So Kira figures out, well, then I'm going to have to give them the runabout so we can catch them red-handed. And she's going to have to be on the runabout with Tanalos just to make sure he doesn't suspect.
Yeah. And then also, Dax shows up for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, girl gets like 2 lines this episode.
Were there some scheduling conflicts?
She must have been doing something else, yeah. And Quark's not in this at all.
No.
Yeah. So do you think Cisco trusts Kira completely yet at this point?
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, me either. But he's got to take a chance.
Yeah. I mean, in his game of chess, this is check.
Mm-hmm.
He can't. There's nowhere else to move. He has to let it play out with Kira to see what's going to happen. Yes, chess. I've played that once.
They love chess on Star Trek. Man, let me tell you.
They do.
I'm sure you noticed that all the runabouts on Deep Space Nine are named after rivers.
I did.
A little geography nerd on the writing staff.
But also, yes, there's the Ganges and the, how do you pronounce it?
Yangtze Kiang?
Yeah. Is the Kiang part of the title of the river?
Right, I Googled this. Yangtze Kiang actually means Yangtze River in Chinese.
Okay.
All right, it's all coming down to the big old climax. We got runabouts, we got bird of prey, we got Cardassian ships, we got bombs. It's coming together now, folks.
Things are happening.
Things are happening.
I do not have many notes on this scene.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's see. They go to the dark side of the moon, and the Duras sisters give them that biletrium. Kira's like, what's that for? And Tana says, Bajoran independence.
Ooh.
But before Cisco and O'Brien can start moving in, some Cardassians show up. Suddenly, Tana realizes he's cornered between the Starfleet and Cardassians, but he's like, there's still time. Set course for... I'm just trying to whip through this plot. Set course for the station. Kira's like, oh no, you're going to blow up the station. And he says, it's not the station I'm interested in.
It's the wormhole.
Go to the wormhole.
Woo!
That's when we realize just how extreme of an isolationist this dude is.
Yes.
Because he thinks that the wormhole is attracting too much unwanted attention from external forces. And he wants, maybe rightly, he wants Bajor to just be a cute little provincial place rebuilding on its own.
Yeah.
But Kira's like, hell no. The wormhole can transform Bajor into a quadrant power. I'm not going to let this happen. They get in a really bad fist fight.
Yeah, she gets a palm to the face.
Oof, rough.
Krav Maga.
But
They
that
all
doesn't
learn
stop
it
her
on
Krav Maga
Bajor.
skills.
Yeah.
In the resistance.
She Krav Maga's right back. Yeah.
She swings a runabout through the wormhole. Tana's trying to detonate that bomb. Oh, he just manages to detonate it, but he was too late. They're on the other side of the wormhole, and that bomb explodes into nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tana.
Not today.
Terrorists.
Not today.
It's like right when the climax hit, all the wine hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it should.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also when I lose patience with the plot.
So, all right, Tana is defeated. Cisco and O'Brien catch up, and they say, look, you can either hand yourselves into us, or we'll give you to those Cardassians. And we know from the scars and from... How many lights were there Picard saw?
4?
Five?
That's
Four? Five? Four?
Yeah.
Picard got tortured by Cardassians, and you don't want that.
You don't want to
friends.
be in their tender care.
You don't want that. The tender care.
No.
And Tana hands his phaser over to Kira, a defeated Bajoran.
Yeah. And the thing I like most about this scene is, again, it's the play within the play, is that Kira is acting on acting. So Nana, visitor, is acting on acting on acting.
The play's the thing.
Yes.
For the conscience of the Yangtze Kian.
Yes. Oh my God. The wine has hit and you are free. Oh my God.
Plays within.
Yeah.
This podcast is a play about play within a play.
I know.
Thanks, wine. But okay, so I guess one of my complaints about this episode is the lack of denouement. I love a good denouement. Mm-hmm. Tana and Kira show up on the station. Tana gets arrested. Some very pithy dialogue. Kira tells Tana as he's being arrested, the old ways don't work anymore. I had to do this. One day you'll understand. And Tana levels just the worst insult you can at Kira. He just says, traitor.
Yeah.
And is led off.
It stings. But Cisco and Kira share a bit of a look of an understanding, maybe, and they walk away together, step in step.
I think I would have been grateful for a little dialogue between the two of them. Yeah. This whole episode was really about this whole dance of mistrust and loyalty between the two of them, and all we get is Kira still looking pretty torn and lost.
But I kind of like it because I feel like they've talked enough. Everything they've said, they've sort of been dissembling to each other. Mm. So in a way, you take the dialogue away, and they're walking next to each other.
Yep.
Unified.
We did it. We got through this Bajoran politics episode with just enough drippings of gay Cardassian tailors and Klingon cleavage to get drunk on brave new wine.
Should we do Fashion Watch? It seems like a gimme. It's very obvious.
Fashion Watch.
So I'd like to give 0 stars to the chartreuse monochromatic suit worn by Tana Loss.
Because he is not a winter, and only winters can pull off chartreuse.
He's not a winter.
Mm-hmm.
You
look great in chartreuse, by the way.
Thank you. I am a winter.
Winter rat.
Little winter rat. Major in rat, minor in rat. And I feel like the winner of Fashion Watch is pretty obvious.
I mean,
5 stars.
5 stars, 4 breasts. Was that not? Is that not the winner?
It's 4 lights, 4 breasts.
For me, the winner is mid cleavage.
Yeah.
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 100%. Great.
Agreed.
Great. Okay, so now that the wine is gone, do we tackle this intertextuality? Do we revisit the Tempest?
Absolutely.
All right. Odo, I'm thinking, is Caliban, the enslaved monster magical creature.
I was convinced that he was Caliban, but as the episode progressed, I thought maybe he's Ariel.
Because?
Well, Ariel is described as the eyes and ears of Prospero, and as the episode progressed, I thought maybe Sisko is Prospero, / the Federation is Prospero.
And Caliban's like in love with Miranda?
I think he's in love with the idea of her.
Did I just hear a little Odo in love with the idea of Kira?
Oh, don't spoil it.
I mean, what?
For the people who haven't watched Deep Space Nine listening to this right now.
What if Prospero is Kaiopaka and Miranda is Kira, and she's tempted by the newcomers, aka Starfleet, and Caliban...
I am hearing you out.
Caliban is her confidant and friend who has to be her... She has to get through the struggle of, do I turn to the outsiders or do I maintain my allegiance to my father, a.k.a. my people and my religion, by talking with Caliban about it?
Whoa.
Boom.
I mean, I love your theory, and I didn't even think about Kaiopaka, and it's so obvious that she is the wizard.
Yep, because she wants what's best for Bajor and her people, a.k.a. Kira.
What about the wormhole as a kind of intergalactic tempest?
Definitely.
Yes?
Check and check. I mean, when you think about the wormhole and the tempest, it kind of starts to come together. Because we had talked in the first episode about how the show is actually about colonialism. Mm-hmm. And how the wormhole is suddenly attracting all this new attention and new visitors are coming to Bajor.
Correct.
And when you think about how the wormhole is bringing some exciting guests and some unwanted guests to Bajor and mixing everything up, I mean, that's actually what this whole episode is about.
Yeah, and the series itself.
Whoa. I think you're completely onto something with this Tempest
I think I might be. But I like DS9 as the island. I think it works.
Totally.
Oh, which brings me to my next point, that I actually think Bashir is Miranda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the ingenue, the naive.
Yeah, Miranda is, she's almost like a problematic character from a feminist perspective. She's incredibly naive. She's not really given much agency, just being used as a pawn in a political chess match.
Right.
Much like Bashir in this episode.
So, okay. And
is
Garak Prospero using Bashir as a pawn in his schemes?
Yeah. Right?
Holy. Just one more thought. Am I right that The Tempest is considered Shakespeare's last play?
It's considered to be his last play. No, we don't know for sure.
And so some people are seeing it as maybe a little meta, and maybe Prospero is Shakespeare?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So maybe Sisko isn't Prospero, but Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, yes! Yeah. Get out of town, Gene Roddenberry. You done. Did we do it? Are we on fire or am I wasted?
Why not both? So, in conclusion, Prospero is either Sisko, Kaiopaka, Garak, Gene Roddenberry, or the podcasters. And if that's the case, then this episode is a big old tempestuous, magical mess. So let's sign off. Talk to you all next week. See ya.
Bye.
Deep Space Wine is hosted by Lily Rawson and myself, Cole Paulson. Music by Siècle Nouvelle, artwork by Danielle Vernelson, and special thanks to Bloom and Izzy Rawson, moral foundation theorist and reluctant Deep Space Nine watcher.